Hello everyone. I hope we are having a great evening and we are looking forward to next week. I just want to give you a tour of how our next week is going to look like. First of all, next week is all going to be asynchronous. So we're not going to have the synchronous Zoom section, but during the class time, I will be online in case if you are reading something and you have question, I will be there to answer your question. You can zoom in or send me an email, which I believe will be most easy to use because after 45 minutes of inactivity, as I told you, Zoom will kick me out. So looking into the content, we will go back to week of April 6 to 12, and I have the week overview, which here it describe the main message of the module. And I believe if you remember or look from our syllabus, the topic for this week will be technology and copyright. And so this is the brief description of what a copyright is and what are the things and why we need to learn something about the copyright. And just beneath that, I have the agenda for the week. And because the big topic for next week is technology and copyright, so the bulk of our discussion is going to be on this. So when you click under this, you will see also there is module description, and all these places that I highlight, when you read them, there are links, hyperlinks to articles and videos and tutorials that you need to learn more about. And after doing this or finishing this part, I have a quiz. But mind you, this quiz is ungraded. It's just to test our knowledge based on all these readings that we have done. So I want us to look into this quiz also to test our knowledge. Then part of the copyright also, we have a discussion board for this, which I gave the description of how that is going to take place and what role we need to do, what we are expected to do in this description. And also here, I want you to also take the time to read this article because it will help us more in terms of knowing more about copyright. And as I said here, you need to watch this copyright on campus. So I have the link to the video and all the articles that I mentioned. I also have them here. Some of them, like for example, this one, you just need to look at the chart and see how the copyright takes place. And this is the quiz, and this is technology and learning article that tells us more about copyright. Then I have presentation also, is the PowerPoint presentation for chapter 6. So first, the presenters, I already created the group on the discussion board. So the presenters will go there and post their presentation. Then for some of ours that are not doing the part A or doing the presentation, then we should respond to or do our part B based on the presentation of our assigned presenter. Then I have the PowerPoint that summarized this chapter 6 also, which is literally like summary of the book. So read this and keep that for your use when we start preparing for finals exam. Then another aspect that we are going to look into is the exploration of technology and assessment tools. And this time around, we are going to look into formative assessment tools. Remember, before we go for the spring break, we were able to explore few, I think, formative assessment. There are also summative assessment tools that we explore in class. So this is also a chance for us to learn on these tools. What I have here, I have the description of these two tools, their pros and cons. And if you want to learn, I want you to click on this and go into the main website to learn more about what this tool is all about. And also here, I have a link to a tutorial that will show you how you can use these tools for conducting formative assessment in your classroom. The same thing goes to Spiral. I also have this link that will take you to the website, and also tutorials to learn more about. Then generally speaking, after this, I have a video link that will show you, or that I'm advising you to watch and see how you can use various tools for conducting formative assessment. So this is called 3 tips for great formative assessment. Then, if you look into the updated syllabus today, part of what you will do in this week is to start preparing for your technology presentation. So here I have the technology presentation rubric, and I also have the list of group members. So in case if you forget who and who is in your group, I have the list here. So I'm advising also at this time you start to work on your technology presentation, because next week I expect you to share what you have with me for feedback, or if you want us to do Zoom as I explained, or send me email. So just take time and review all this thing. As I said, I'm always here to respond and answer to your questions. Then on the discussion board as well, for this week we have 2 discussions going on. We will have discussion on the copyright, which I have all the guidelines here, and we have the chapter 6 presentation, which I assign the presenters as the name of the topic. Then the group members follow at the bottom, so you look at it and find which one you are at. And I said, in case, in the event where the presenter in your group is a no-show, you are free to choose and add your part B on any of the presenters. I will keep track on that, and I advise the presenters, don't wait until Sunday, for example, to start posting your presentation. You need to do this so that the members in your group will have the time to be able to do the part B on your presentation. So do this part on time. If I were you, I may advise you do this, or you begin with this for the week. As I said, also all the time I'll be here for your questions and concerns. And before everything else, I'll say be safe and have a good week ahead. Thank you. Bye-bye.